Hi, welcome. Thanks for watching. This is your homestead real estate podcast of the week.
Right.
How are you, Susan Pujals?
Good, good. How about you?
Uh, I'm good.
Do
It's
you like it
Friday.
when I do this?
No, I hate it when you do that. So try not to do that. I don't want to have to do this and hold your seat from
Oh my
moving.
goodness. It's so fun though.
It is
Yeah,
fun.
it's fun.
So, how has your real estate week been?
Pretty busy.
Yeah, you've
Yeah,
been busy.
getting some things, some listings on the market, which we're kind of lacking a little inventory right now, and there's still a lot of buyers out there, which I think that's kind of what we're going to talk about today. I have like a hair in my eye.
Well, you have a great four-bedroom, two-bath in South Napa coming up
Yep.
in the Coventry Manor area. Corner lot,
Yeah,
two
yeah.
RV accesses, which I think that's going to be fabulous for the market, listed right around $700,000. So I think people should be excited about that property. Great school district.
Yep.
Um, I'm starting to work on a large project up valley in the Santa Elena area, over 300 acres, and some amazing potential and legacy on that property. So I'm really excited
Right.
about that type of process. We're also working on a
Five
fiveplex. No,
acre.
we.
Oh,
I'm just
oh,
gonna.
go. Okay,
I'm
go
just
for
gonna
it.
just gonna talk about the fiveplex building that we bought, and we're just rehabbing it and redoing every single unit, and then we bring in tenants into that, and that's probably a 60 to 90-day project. So I'm excited about reporting that we're doing that together now. You're doing the design portion, and I'm doing
The gut,
the grunt work.
the gut out.
The grunt work.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Let's see. We have 5 acres coming in Angwin too with a huge house,
that's a beautiful spot.
big barn,
Yeah,
great address.
yeah.
That should be out hopefully this weekend. Yeah,
That's been.
probably 1.6, 1.7. Yeah.
Yeah. Our team has some pretty fabulous things going on. Some of our agents um, have new listings coming on. I know I can think of one in North Napa, close to Salvador Avenue, that just got a total refresh, and it looks amazing in the 700,000s with a humongous lot. I want to say it's between a third and a half acre. So that's been really nice to see. A lot of activity in the entry level. I
Mm-hmm.
see that, and then I've seen some mobile homes
Mm-hmm.
that are really doing well and selling really fast
Yeah.
in the 55 year and over neighborhood. So that's been really interesting. So yeah, this week has been totally different.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Should we touch a little bit about buyers this week?
Sure.
Okay, awesome. So,
You waiting for me?
waiting for you.
Okay. So buyers, so buyers, I think a lot of buyers right now are a little bit scared at the rates.
Mm-hmm.
Rates went down a little bit last week. The last report that we got from our preferred lender, but I still think buyers are waiting for something dramatic to shift before they pull the trigger. What
Mm.
I've been instructing and advising our long-term clients has been be careful waiting too long for the rates to drop,
Yeah.
because if rates were to drop dramatically at any point, it's probably going to give some fuel to pricing, and then pricing will go up. I think pricing has softened because the rates are high. That makes sense, right?
Yeah, yeah. And I think a lot of times what buyers forget about as well is that, the write-off of buying versus renting, it's
Yeah.
huge. I mean, it's huge. And I think that you really need to take that into consideration. And then you also have to take into consideration is that, you know what, when you get into that rental market and you stay there for too long, you're really disconnected as to what's really going on out there as far as prices and not being able to write anything off. Or if you are a renter, you're subject to that person that owns the house, that it being sold out from underneath you too. There's also a lot of creative financing going on right now where a lot of sellers are willing to give credits to the buyers for closing costs or so you could buy down your rate. So there's all sorts of different things going on out there in that buyer world, and I think it's really important to be informed, and that's what we're here for. We're here to talk about what does that look like?
Yeah, we're not CPAs, so not allowed
No,
to give you any tax advice. So if you don't have a CPA to talk to, give us a call, and we're always happy to refer you to somebody
absolutely.
that knows what they're talking about. Not all CPAs are created equal, by the way. So with that being said, important to have a good one and
Hmm.
get some guidance in that regard, because the difference of writing off 100% of your interest on the mortgage that you're taking out, it could be a huge savings to you to your bottom line. So in that regard, I also like people to remember this phrase that I heard somebody say a long time ago at one of my office meetings, and somebody who'd been in the business a lot longer than we have, and I've been at this for 25 years. You've been at this for a real long time too. Um, Somebody said, I would have done really well if I would have bought only the overpriced listings in the market 15, 20 years ago. So
Hmm.
people get so caught up in what a home is costing right now. And real estate is something that you buy with a long-term vision. If
Hmm.
unless you're a flipper, somebody that just wants to buy and flip. If you're buying a home to live in, it should be considered something that you're going to hold for, 3, 5, 10, 20 years. So you can weather any storm and you're going to come out on the other side. Historically, from the beginning of time, real estate has done and performed very well for anybody that holds.
Hmm.
Usually, you don't have to hold more than 5 or 10 years. I don't think I remember a cycle that that
Hmm.
goes that far south where you just have to let go of something. 2008, it went down, but then that after 2008, the market started recovering within 10 years, and it started just coming up and going up
Hmm.
aggressively. So I love that statement that even if we were to buy the overpriced listings
Hmm.
today, in 10 to 20 years would be doing really, really well,
Yeah.
and people would be set. But people don't buy real estate with that in mind. People think that real estate is something that they should be able to liquidate in a year or two, and it's absolutely not what real estate is for.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Well, and I think it's important just to ask the questions because I think there's a lot of misconceived notions out there about, you know, being a buyer. And we do have a lot of resources, referrals for you, different lenders, different programs out there. There are a lot of different programs out there right now. So, yeah, give us a call. I think it's super important to at least do your homework.
What's your favorite kind of buyer?
Wow, I have so many favorite kind of
You
buyers.
do.
Yeah, I really
You
do.
do.
Oh, boy. A lot of times that first time home buyer, because they get so excited about buying their first home because they've never owned a home. I think that's uh, uh, keeps a special place in my heart. But then I also love the repeat buyers that they bought something and now they've built up the equity and now they're selling because they need to buy something different. They have a family, maybe they have relatives moving in, maybe they're going to move to the country, things like that. So, yeah, probably my favorite is that first time.
I would have almost, I really would have almost guessed it was the highly engineered tech person.
Well, and I have a lot of those.
Yeah.
You're right that
Well,
they're very, yeah, they're in that tech world, and a lot of them maybe came here as second homes like during COVID, and now they live here permanently. So it's a real cool transition. I've seen a lot of like uh, different things happen here in Napa because I grew up here, and the diversity and the different types of like people that do live here now. It's really, really special place to live.
yeah. Thanks for keeping me here.
Ah, you're welcome.
If you don't know, I came to Napa in 1987 from the East Coast, and for the first 3 to 5 years, I was trying to find a way to get the girl from the small pond to move to a larger pond, and there's no way she was having it. So
Yeah.
here we are, 35 years later. So I do appreciate that because I wouldn't trade Napa for anything now. Um, so what's your favorite kind of seller?
My
What type?
favorite kind of
Hmm.
seller is past client. I love it.
Yeah, those are a
When you
lot of
get that
fun.
past client, it makes you feel good that they're calling you because it kind of confirms that you did a really good job for them. So I love working with past clients. I also love working with new clients as well. A lot of times, new clients are coming from out of the area, they're coming from out of state, and it's a lot of fun to work with them as well.
Well, didn't mean to put you on the spot, but I was
No, no,
just
no.
curious. I was curious about
Yeah.
that. All right. So what are we going to talk about next week?
Boy, what are we going to talk about next week?
Maybe you know what? Maybe we should have our preferred lender
Ooh,
on a podcast next week.
I
Next
like
week,
that.
talking about the market and some of these programs and things like that. So
Yeah,
why don't we invite her and let her have a
yeah.
little bit of airtime? I
No,
think it'd
I
be
love
cool.
it. And I think that way, definitely, that way we can inform buyers out there that there are programs out there and that it maybe is not as scary as what people think. So I love it.
Love it.
High five.